I'm Megan and welcome to my channel. So today I have a very fun video in store for you guys, and I will be reviewing and playing with the brand new Santa Fe palette by BH Cosmetics, as well as the new Sephora Pro palette and a new MAC lipstick, as well as this Radiance Brick Bronzer by Rimmel London. So it's a little scattered, it's little products from here and there, but if you're curious to see how all of these products perform, then you're in the right place, and just go ahead and keep on watching. Hey guys, so I am super excited for this one. I love BH Cosmetics, but I have not used their shadows in a very long time. And I was just snooping around Ulta the other day, imagine that, and I came across this beautiful Santa Fe palette from BH Cosmetics. And this thing is massive. And just take a look at how beautiful. And just look at the pans, like the shape of it. I love this palette. So I didn't want to do a review on just that eyeshadow palette. I also wanted to play with this brand new Sephora Pro Face Palette, and this is in the shade medium. And this thing is huge as well. And this is what it looks like. So you have got some blushes, some bronzers, but this bronzer looks really dark. So if that bronzer does not work, I actually picked up, and I hauled these not too long ago from Ulta. This is the brand new Flower Beauty Baked Bronzer, and then Rimmel London has a Radiance Brick Bronzer. So I'll try with this. I may use that to contour with and then go in with one of these to bronze up the skin. So we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes. But the first thing I want to hop into is definitely going to be this new Santa Fe palette by BH Cosmetics. So let me go ahead and pull it up and let you know how much it cost. Okay, so this palette is $26 and it's got 5 stars, but there's only 2 reviews. So I am going to get my brushes and I'll go ahead and zoom you guys in, and let's get to work on these eyes. Okay, so now I've got you up close and personal. I've turned down the lights a little bit. I've got you really close. So let's go ahead and jump in to this shade called Soul right here. And this will just be a really nice transition shade. It's going to be really close to my skin tone. You probably won't be able to see it, but I just want to get something down. And I am using my Smith 232, which is the bigger fluffy brush. The next shade I'm going to dip into is called Arrow right here. And I'm just going to lay that down right over top of that first shade. And this is, you know, not much darker, but a little bit darker, so you are able to see it a little bit better. So far, I mean, I'm not seeing any patchiness or, you know, nothing skipping around. It's going on smooth. It's just not that dark. So once I get into the darker shades, we'll really be able to see, you know, how the pigmentation is, because these are, you know, pretty close to what my skin tone is. So I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go into the smaller Smith brush, which is the Smith 230. And I'm going to jump into, there's so many shades, I don't know. I think I'm going to go into Clay right here. And I'm just going to deepen up the crease a little bit more. And it does have a smell, I don't know. Does it smell like chocolate? It kind of smells like chocolate to me. It reminds me of the Too Faced palettes. Okay, I'm going to take that same shade on the lower lash line. Okay, I'm going to go back into that first brush that we used in the second shade called Arrow. And I am just going to go over the edges. I feel like it's really patchy looking. And then like I'm going back in and blending it, and it's like blending away. Like there's nothing there. All right, let's go into Plaza right here with the Smith 230. Yeah, that looks so messy. Ugh. We're gonna make it work though, guys. We're gonna make it work. It's patchy right here and right here. I keep having like issues right here. So this may be one that you have to really work at to get the pigmentation you want. That's why I'm just gonna do these little like tapping motions just to get the pigment on there. Same shade, lower lash line. Alright, so now I'm going to go into a smaller brush. I think I'm going to go in with my Morphe M507. And I'm going to go in to Canyon, which is right here. And I'm going to put that on the outer V of my eye. And there is fallout, so just be aware of that. And I'm definitely smelling chocolate. I'm actually gonna bring this through the crease a little bit just to give some depth. And my eye watered right here, and now it looks crazy. I tried to fix it, but I can't fix it. I don't know what to do. So when I went in with the color, like it just made a mess right there. So that's not the shadow, it's my eye watering. So I'm not having any issues with this Canyon shade. It actually looks pretty good. And I'm gonna take that same shade on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with this Mesa shade right here. It's like a pretty pinky, mauve-y brown. And I'm gonna try it dry first. It's very messy in the palette, but it's doing a really nice job. Okay, so I had to fix my eye. My eye had watered and the shadows just got really messy. So I just went in and put a little bit more concealer, and then I blended it out with my beauty sponge, and that made a big difference. So that looks better now. All right, now I'm gonna go back and work on the lower lash line again. That's all I'm gonna do for the eye. I mean, that's the best I can do. So, I mean, it's okay. It's not my favorite. Maybe I just need to play with it some more, but I don't know. It just wasn't very... It was really patchy. So I'm just gonna take a dark shade from the palette and kind of line my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with this chili shade right here, and I'm just going to use that and blend everything out. Alright, so I'm just going to leave my eye like this. It actually doesn't look too bad. I just had to work a little bit harder than I normally would. So I'm going to go ahead, pop off camera, finish up that other eye, throw on some mascara, and then we'll get to work on the face. Alright guys, so I just finished up my eyes, threw on my new favorite mascara, which is the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. It is so good, guys. So this is what my eyes look like. I think everything came out okay. This eye didn't have as much issues with this, so I'm wondering if it was where my eye was watering and, you know, water had got on my brush and was causing it to be patchy, because over here I did not have that issue and there was no patchiness. So, I also used this shade right here off camera, and guys, that is the most pigmented shimmer that I put in my inner corner. Like, it is bam in your face, like shimmer, like high shine. I don't know, but this shade really impressed me, and I think the eye look came out okay. It's not my favorite look I've ever created, but I mean, it will do. And for the price, you can't beat it. So I do actually really, really like this palette. I used a lot of shades in here, and I mean, that's why I'm feeling like it was the water that kind of was affecting the performance on this eye, because over here it just performed beautifully. I did not have any issues whatsoever. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to this new Sephora Pro Face Palette. Looks like this. And I just looked it up on Sephora's website. It has got 5 stars with 18 reviews, and it is $58, and it is limited edition. So I'm going to first try to jump into the bronzer shade right here. So I'm going to take my JH02 and get a little bit of the product. So it looks like almost black in the pan, but when I get it on my skin, it doesn't look bad at all. I'm going to kind of carve out my cheekbones with this, because I do want to use one of those new bronzers, or both of them, from the drugstore. So I think I want to use this new Rimmel London, the Radiance Brick. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to get my same bronzer brush, and this does have a lot of shimmer in it. So I'm just going to go over everything with it. It's a pretty bronzer, not my favorite. There's that. I mean, it's okay. It's more of a topper. So if I would have went in with a matte bronzer or my Guerlain that wasn't really shimmery and then went in with that, I think it would have looked really nice. But I mean, it is a nice bronzer, and for the price, you really can't beat it. Rimmel London has a lot of awesome products. So I'm going to try to use the shade from the Sephora palette to contour my nose very lightly. For blush, I think I'm going to go into this one right here. That is the shade called Beso, and it's the darkest blush in the palette. That's pretty. It's not like too pigmented or too much. It's just right. I'm going to grab my Anastasia A23, and I'm going to go into Beverly Hills, which is right here. Okay, I'm getting there. You just have to build this. And this is like a pinky highlight. So not what I normally go for, but I just want to try something different, but it is pretty. Now I'm going to go over it with First Class, which is right here, and it's more of a golden highlight. Oh yeah, there you go. This is a definite like wet looking formula. Yeah. This shade is like, whoa, in your face. I want to highlight my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to get my little teeny pencil brush, and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose. Tip of my nose. And I'm going to go over these inner corner and brow bone. This is very, very, very intense. Alright, so that is all I'm going to do out of this palette. I think I really like the palette. I think everything came together beautifully. I didn't have any issue. I just wish there was more of a warm tone bronzer in the palette, and then it would be like the perfect face palette for travel, you know, so you don't have to take a blush, a bronzer, a contour shade, a highlight. You know, if you could have it all in one, that would be perfect. So if, you know, I was designing it or I was at Sephora, I would have probably suggested putting a contour shade and a warm tone bronzer, but it's okay. So I am going to go in with this new MAC lipstick. It is in the shade Stay Curious. I actually hauled this from Ulta not too long ago. And this is one of their powder matte lipsticks, and I love the formula of these. It's so creamy, and it's matte, but it's like a hydrating matte. But there is no shine. I'm just not, I'm not a big lip gloss fan. I'm not a big like satin lipstick. I like matte. So, very pretty, very comfortable. And the color, I really, really like the color a lot too. So, this is the completed look. I think it all came together beautifully. I did like the eyeshadow palette. Once I got on this side kind of gave me trouble, but I think we figured it out what the problem was. And I loved the Sephora Pro Face Palette minus not having a bronzer in there. The Rimmel Radiance Brick is okay. It's not my favorite, but this would be a really nice, you know, if you're just a no makeup day and want to get some bronze on your skin, some glow. This has got a lot of shimmer in it and it'll bronze up. So I do appreciate this. I just feel like if you're wearing a full face of makeup, you may need to go in with your regular bronzer and then go over top of it with this if you want that extra, you know, shimmer. And the lipstick, I love MAC's lipsticks, and this one is just super comfortable. I love the color, and formula's bomb. So anyhow, this is all I have for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and that helps me out so much, guys. And if you're not subscribed already, I would love nothing more than to have you join my little family here on YouTube. It would honestly make my day. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next ones. Bye!